New year, new night on Comic Book Canon. That's right. 2023. Thank you for joining us on a Monday night, our new night. Same time, different night, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. But that being said, let's just get right into it because the man, the myth, the legend, my good friend, partner in crime, and co-host of the show is here. Christopher, the Canon, Monday night. Here we are.
It's this is very interesting.
Yeah.
I will say, I just want to say, thank you. I see everyone popping up in the chat right now too. I mean, not to make it awkward, but I know all you guys are just interested in, hearing just what's been going on. And I just want to say over this last month, it's been rough, but I thank you all. So much love. I know a lot of you have been hitting me up, private messaging me. If I haven't gotten back to you, please don't take it personal. It's been a process. But I'm happy to be here. I pushed through to be here tonight. And like Jeff said, I mean, New Year, I'm still rocking with you guys, man. We're gonna make this happen.
God, we love Joe, but he is corny as hell sometimes. The boy back in town plays in the background. Oh, Joe. Yeah, nice to see you all here too. 2023. Hope you guys had a happy holidays. Hope you had safe New Year's, brought it in with friends, family, and again, let's just try and make each year better and better as we get through these interesting times in our, interesting times in the world, which means interesting times in our lives. Luckily, we have these comic books to kind of fall back on and kind of always be there when these times are tough. So that's what it is for me, Jeranos, Christopher. I know that's the same it is as for you. So with that being said, let's just start our first show of 2023. As we always do with all of our shows, we're going to start off with the news. Because we got a first look here at a promo for The Flash. The Flash is set to be released on June 16th, with the highly anticipated trailer debuting during the Super Bowl next month. The WB marketing team is in full swing to release all these marketing materials. That includes this first look, Ezra Miller's updated costume. This isn't an official look and more likely a leak, but it appears to be a variant cover for an upcoming book. I'm digging that look myself. It's not the gaudy armor that they had in the Snyderverse, Chris.
Power Ranger armor.
Yeah, that was, I don't know what they were thinking, but this is starting to look like the Flash we all know and love, whether it be comic books or cartoons. So I'm okay with this. Still on the fence about Ezra Miller, but we'll get to that in a second here because there are some high expectations for this film. As the film is in the final days of post-production, test screenings have been giving WB execs some feel-good feelings reminiscent of how they felt during the Dark Knight days. These test screening results are leading execs to believe almost everything about The Flash points to a massive summer sensation, according to Variety. Now, this could all be a leak published by the studio, but let's hope it's real. Chris and I are always of the belief that all good, Chris and I lean towards Marvel. Yes, we that's fine, but we want to see all comic book properties do well because it only just raises those tides and sets the bar for everybody else. So, Chris, your first thoughts on this suit, your thoughts on WB execs being excited about the film. What do you got?
I really don't care what WB execs say at this point about anything at DC.
True. We've been burned before.
Yeah, I don't care. Look, man, Michael Keaton's coming back as Batman. That's all I care about at this point. I don't know, I can't even have an opinion on the whole James Gunn thing and what he's doing. I can't at this point. So again, as I've been saying for every property of DC that's been coming out, I'll see it, I'll watch it, and I'll let you guys know. That's the bottom line. I will say this though, like, I don't know what they're doing. Again, people talk and rumors, but if they're scrapping everyone but keeping Ezra Miller's Flash, like, maybe they know something I don't know, but
who knows, dude?
I don't know.
Listen, nothing's been confirmed at this point. Caleb Leland, aka Cable Leland, I think they should have refilmed his parts with Grant Gustin, I can't explain to you how difficult that would be because it literally you're just scrapping the whole film you just previously shot and bringing in somebody to play that main character. It doesn't work that way. Also, there's contracts involved. You know, again, you're going to be doubling your production budget just for that alone. So, good thought. But again, let's just see how this plays out. You know, there's also rumors out there that they're very happy with the way Ezra Miller has been approaching his, you know, his therapy and kind of getting the help that he needs. Who knows? I know he threw like beach chairs at people in Hawaii, and he's just been threatening. Anyway, so again, WB's a mess. We have full faith in James Gunn and Peter Safran to hopefully right this ship and get it to a place where, you know, we can enjoy these films on screen of these characters that we do love. And speaking of James Gunn, that's right, we got some James Gunn news here. He tweeted out earlier this week, my day, or actually last week. I keep thinking that we're on Sunday. It was last week, guys. My day wrote 1/3 of an unannounced DC TV show. Approved 100 visual effects shots, did reference acting for Rocket, that's for Guardians if you guys didn't know that, and gave editing notes for Volume 3 and had 2 big DC studio meetings. This guy's busy. He's got his hands in both Marvel and DC. And I like this, like creative types when they're busy like this, there's a certain type that kind of, again, the quality doesn't drop in terms of the productions that they do. And I think James Gunn is that guy. So I think everything he's going to be delivering to us will be at the bar or above that he has himself set. Now, the interesting thing here is he's wrote 1/3 of an unannounced DC TV show project. So that's quite interesting because we all know with DC, he started with Suicide Squad, went on to Peacemaker, which was incredible. And now he's moving on to another show. Chris, do you have any thoughts as to what that could be?
Vigilante.
That was my first thought as well. I mean, how can you not? That guy was the breakout star, other than Peacemaker, of the show. It would be so much fun to see a Vigilante kind of limited series. I would be down for that. Y'all let us know what you think in the comments as to what that show could be. But Chris, how would you take this next news story?
Yeah, guys. All right, shifting over to Marvel. Dave Bautista, man, this guy. Did you see Glass Onion?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Loved it.
I hate Ryan Johnson, but he does those types of movies.
I know why you don't like Ryan Johnson, but let's talk Dave Bautista. How about
Dave Bautista was in that movie, did a great job, and he's been coming out talking about his time and role as Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy. He has made it known that it is coming to an end and that he is done with the MCU and with Drax. And he stated, quote, "I'm so grateful for Drax. I love him, but there is a relief that it's over," he said in an interview with GQ, further stating, "It wasn't all pleasant. It was hard playing that role. The makeup process was beating me down, and I just don't know if I want Drax to be my legacy. It's a silly performance, and I want to do more dramatic stuff." Now, I want to say here, Jeff, because we all live in an age where we are scrolling Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media, and we get headlines. Drax said, or, Dave Bautista says playing Drax was horrible or something like. Read the articles, folks.
Yes.
This man is speaking to the totality of what he had to go through. It was a lot. It doesn't mean that he didn't enjoy his time and he's not fond of everything that he was a part of. But you got to take it into consideration too. And I know if you look back at Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr., I mean, how iconic their roles were, but even they stated, look, there's a time to move on. There's the time to where we want to move on and do different things. We can't sit and just be defined by one thing, especially when you get an actor like Dave Bautista, who came from that wrestling environment that wants to really flesh himself out as an actor. He's not taking any kind of negative shots. I don't think this is just where he's at. It's good for him. I think even if he didn't have a choice, he probably would be done with this character anyways. We all do know that Guardians Volume 3 is going to be released in May of this year. Already, I can't believe it. Check out Bautista in Glass Onion, like I said, on Netflix.
Yeah, here's the deal too. It's like you and I mean, we have plenty of people in our audience that have been in bands. You and I have been in bands, or you've done your solo thing, and it's like you want to grow as an artist and do different things, you know, for us specifically in music. And like to be stuck writing the same type of song over and over
Yeah.
and over is kind of like a
Right.
hell. No matter how fortunate he is to have this role, and he did express that he's very
Yeah.
appreciative of getting
Yep.
this role. But at some point, you got to let it go.
I got a great example with music. It's like Elvis being in a contract that kept him in Las Vegas for what, 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's like literally what killed him.
Yeah. So it's like, again, so you got to see these people grow. Everybody wants to grow and do better, be better. And this is an example of that. I can't fault him for that. I think he'll always have a soft spot for Drax, but like him and Glass Onion he's outstanding in that. Like pretty much everything he's done, I've really been impressed by him, and I'm excited to see what he moves on to next. All right. Speaking of next, two more bits of news pieces here. We got Wakanda Forever, the Disney Plus release. Despite announcing the release will be the middle of January, Disney took that back to officially announce it will actually be on February 1st. This is great news because Chris and I both enjoyed this film. I'll enjoy my second viewing at home. I wanted to get to the theater again, but I didn't get a chance to do that. And finally, speaking of the MCU, we got tonight, you got the college football playoffs championship game. During that game, they are going to be showing the Quantumania trailer, the full trailer. So with that trailer came this poster, which I'm expecting trippy, Chris. I am expecting absolutely trippy, and kind of the marketing stuff we've seen so far kind of lends to that as well. This is kind of more traditional, and you know, you got Stature in the background, Scott Lang's daughter, you got Wasp in the middle, you got Kang up there in the top left.
Dope. Kind of reminds me a little bit of some Tron vibes.
Yeah, man, that's a good call. Absolutely. I'm excited. It's definitely going to be an interesting movie visually. I'm sure story-wise it's going to be fantastic as well. So there's our first pieces of news of 2023. It's going to be an exciting year. We're going to have Shazam coming out. We're going to have Guardians of the Galaxy 3 coming out. We're going to have Quantumania coming out. That's the first comic book movie coming out too. So again, it's an exciting time. We say this all the time. It's an exciting time to be a comic book fan and fans of all of these characters. Before we move on, though, Chris, let's kind of address, we lost a community member in the past couple weeks. So there is a link down below. Chris, I'll let you kind of take the lead on that.
Yeah, guys, it's very interesting. Very interesting. It's just surreal, to be honest. You know, with everything that I was going through, to be back here on the Canon for the first time in like over a month, and to be here without Simon in the chat is really heartbreaking. For those of you who have been friends of my channel or Comic Book Canon and been here every week, we know that Simon was somebody that was here almost every single show. He lost his battle to cancer a couple weeks ago. And even going through all that, the last, 6 to 8 months of his life, he made sure that he was here supporting everyone in this community. And the least that we could do right now is help support him and his family. There is a GoFundMe link in the description below. Even if it's $1 or $2, anything that you guys can donate right now. You know, his wife, Sarah, and his daughter have been working really hard to try to get, obviously everything that is on their plate together. And it's going to really take a community to help them out. And in the spirit of Simon, because Simon was right there for the 3 years that I knew him, helping this community out. Anytime another community member lost their life or a family was going through something, he was right there, the first one to do all he could, even when he was suffering his own struggles. So please check out that GoFundMe link, share it on social media, on Instagram, on your Facebooks, whatever the case may be. I also want to let it be known too, again, I know I've been so in just disarray with everything I got going on, but I'm trying to make it a focus to organize more and more for Simon and his family. There will be, we are going to be doing some auctions. So if anybody wants to donate, please reach out to me. There's other community members like Matt, aka the boy who had 7, who's going to be very much involved in this. I know John's Comics with Kids was very close to Simon as well. So we're going to get a lot of things going over the next few weeks. So please keep your eyes and ears out for that. And if there's anything that you guys see including the GoFundMe link. Share it, please, guys, and spread the word.
Yeah, once again, that link is down below. It's really easy to see. So if you can, please give. And speaking of this community, we got to give everybody props that's here right now. Planet Arizona we had a lot of people here on a Monday night. Chris and I had no idea what to expect. And right now, early signs are pointing to 31 people right now, 31 concurrent. So we appreciate that. Planet Arizona Comics, what's up? Cable Leland, aka Caleb Leland. Hello. Mike Hag, 77. Mark Robinson, what is happening? Mark Leneker. Manny, the Hobgoblin Collector. We got Raw Dog Comics and Matt Stadge with Watlock. We haven't had a Watlock call out in a long time. We got Nowhere Bound. We got T-Shoe, Dale McNound. Those Cowboys, huh? We got Mark Robinson, Jordan Nori, Spider Dude 71. Who else do we have? We have I think I said T-Shoe, but I'll say it again. Josh's Comics. Maz's Toy Box, yo! Check him out on Instagram. He's got some really cool shots of those toys. Cali Comics, Goonish Lurker, hello. A lot of you guys did forget, but you're here on a Monday night. We got issues. Peter Thornton, Nikita Kari, Joe, 360 Comics. We already give you your shout. I don't know why I'm doing it again, but you deserve it. All right, that's all we got. And go Birds! Go Birds, Joe. Go Birds indeed. How about that, Chris? Chris, you know, the 49ers are the second seed. The Eagles are the first seed. They are.
How dare you? How dare you?
Don't you're
so close. So close.
There. You got your third string quarterback. Stop it.
Yeah, man. He's about to pull a Nick Foles.
Yo, easy. Yo, Nick Foles is untouchable in these parts. Okay. Nobody's going to do a Nick Foles on another team.
Right, we'll see.
Yeah, I guess anything is possible. But moving on, we have this amazing segment that we do that Chris leads each and every week called Props or Flops. Chris, take it away.
Man, oh man. Man, it's been a minute, so let's figure out if I still got it, guys. Props or Flops. Upload your comics to IG. Make sure you use the hashtag Props or Flops, but also tag Comic Book Cannon and tag myself, because we know that hashtags are broken half the time. This can be a book that you are interested in buying. You're in the market for. It could be a book that you just recently purchased. And we are here to break down the market and tell you props or flops. Remember, this segment is specifically for investment and speculation only. Doesn't matter if you love the comic or not. This is what we're rating these books on and how we're breaking them down. Now, remember, context matters as well. It helps us on the show give a proper props or flops. It depends how much you paid. Make sure you share that information if you're willing to. The context, all of that stuff matters. Why it interests you. Maybe you think that this character is going to show up in a movie or something. Maybe it's a long-term investment, a short-term flip, etc., and we will break it down live on our show. We got it is 3 books, but 2 submissions this week that we're going to break down.
Yes, we do. Hold on one sec. Sorry, I was looking at the comments because just got. First off, what's up, Chef R.D. Harris? How are you doing, sir? And then we got Joe saying even Nick Foles isn't going to do a Nick Foles on another team. Well said. Joe's killing it tonight, and he's not even on air. All right, here we go. First things first, Chris. Again, guys, don't forget to tag us. Tag Journos and hashtag in the description, and hopefully we'll see it. We will see it. Chris is good at picking those out. All right. First up, what do we got? We got, I know what we got. Ready, Chris?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Joe. All right, guys. 360, man. But hey, Joe, I'm not going to let you forget. You did wear a 49er hat and a Kaepernick jersey.
He did.
When you tried to impersonate me.
He
so
did.
You will never live that down. All right, 360 Comics. Okay, I'm old, right? So I'm going to try to read this. Jeff, don't bring me in screen because I'm like squinting really. I'm like 2 inches away from the screen.
I won't bring you in screen at all.
Okay. All right. Here we go. He states, my beautiful brother East Bay Comics, shout out to East Bay natives here in Cali, has returned to the game, and I'm thankful he did because I was able to grab these 2-in-1 for a claim sale he had. He even threw in a Nightcrawler card. Looks like that was at the series 2 of the Marvel cards from 1990. Since he knows Kurt is my favorite comic character. Let's turn this into a submission to props or flops on Comic Book Canon while we're at it. First, we've got a book that saw tons of hype and speculation last year, but has since calmed down to pre-boom prices. X-Men #4 from Jim Lee's 1991 series. First appearance of Omega Red. Assuming this key has bottomed out, I don't see any reason not to scoop it up for the going price. Whether he shows up in the MC or not, this book has a lot of appeal to 90s kids like me, but don't expect a huge boost in value because the print run was crazy high. Yes, it was. Next, we have the Dutch. We have the Dutch printing of Amazing Spider-Man #252, which features the first appearance of Spidey's black suit and an homage cover of AF-15. Despite the small buzz around foreign comics the last few years, I believe that this is to be a majority of. It's an untapped market with a lot of potential. Plus, the fact that this is a major key makes it have even higher ceiling than less sought after books. Again, guys, I am squinting at my screen right now. I scored these 2 books for $50 all in and shit. Props or flops. Okay, hold on.
$50 all in, huh?
All in.
That's quite.
Woo.
Right.
It's 360 submission had it getting hot in here. I had to turn the heater off.
All right,
man. All right, is this a hot props or just a cold flops, man? Let's look at each book. X-Men #4. I love Omega Red. I love Jim Lee's run. I don't know. One thing that 360 did not tell us was grade. But looking at especially the X-Men 4, it looks like a decently high grade book. If it is in near mint range, roughly right now, it's going for it's around a $30 book. About a year and a half ago, the book was hitting well over $60. So it is absolutely dropped. Now let's look at the Amazing Spider-Man 252, the Dutch variant. So here's one fact about these foreign variants that everyone should know. Many of them were printed years or even decades after. So if you look at a lot of Silver Age, a lot of those were printed in the 90s and even 2000s. The one plus about this book, the Dutch variant, is it was printed in 1984. So that is a big plus. So you guys need to make sure that you're aware of that, because I do believe that's going to stipulate value in the long term. You think, oh, it's just a foreign variant, like a Canadian price variant or the Pence variants. Obviously, those were a part of the actual release on the primary markets in their market. Not all countries do that. They've, like I said, come out years, sometimes decades later. But this one came out the same year that the original print came out. And he does say near mint on the X-Men 4, about a very fine and near mint on the 252. So that's solid, because the last sale of the Dutch variant on eBay sold for about $35. And it was like mid-grade. It was kind of like a very, very good find, maybe around a 5.0 range. So looking at that right there, you can argue and say that Joe got both of these books for probably slightly under fair market value. And I say slightly because I don't have anything to gauge on a very fine near mint of this Dutch reprint. So it is what it is. But what do I feel about foreign variants? I do agree with Joe. I do believe that it's a bit of an untapped market. There has been more interest in that market over the last few years. I bought an the German variant of Amazing Spider-Man #11 or #10, first appearance of the Enforcers, and I paid like $15 for it. But that book was printed, I think, in like '99, and that book came out in what, '64? So there you go. But I wanted one. I wanted to have it. I thought it was cool just to own a foreign variant. Do I ever think that these variants are going to come even close to their standard first print counterparts? No. But what does very close mean to a book that's worth $500, $800, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000? They could still gain value. I'm going to give Joe's pickup a props for this, because ultimately, again, if you just look at what's going on in the market right now, he could probably take both of these books and sell them right back on the market today or tomorrow and make more than $50. And I do believe there's potential in this foreign variant, and I do agree with them too. I mean, even with the decline of the X-Men 4, it doesn't matter if you see Omega Red or not. This is going to be a solid book. If we never see him in the MCU, this is a $30, $40 book 10 years from now, no doubt, no matter the case. So good job.
Yeah, I'll agree with your props. I don't think it's going to go much lower than $30. I think it's, and you know, we know that the print run is high, whatever, but that character is so cool, has so much potential. I don't even think they utilize him that much in the comic books, let alone having him on screen. So if he does ever make the screen, that thing's going to explode. I think that'll be, you know, again, I think there's more room for growth, even though it was, you know, $60 earlier. And these foreign versions of these books, I agree. I think it's niche right now, but like, look at what we have with the facsimiles. I said it right. Facsimiles. I said it right. Right now, I think these are going to kind of probably surpass facsimiles because these are kind of, in a way, the first prints in another region, right? So
I mean, facsimiles are funny because even a couple years, like the AF-15 facsimile that came out in 2018, I believe, that book sells for $25 all day long.
Yeah,
and it's a freaking modern reprint. So
yeah. So I think you could look at it like that. If this catches on and it becomes less niche, I really think that has a chance as well. So Joe, in my opinion, I think it's a props all day long, and it's looking like a majority of our audience does. By the way, audience, you guys are killing it with the engagement and talking to us and what you think, because this is your segment as well, and the people submitting want to hear from you too, because it's just not about Chris and I, even though it is about Chris and I. Anyways, moving on to the next one, Chris. What do we got? All
right, guys, Into Oblivion, good friend of the channel, submitted this Avengers 58. Thank you so much. Into Oblivion. I know you had a few. I haven't been present, guys. So, you know, I want to take a minute to let this be known too. If you guys submitted a props or flops over the last month that hasn't been shown off, we're going to show them off in a later show. I promise you. Anyways, Into Oblivion, Avengers number 58 and a 9.8. This is a recent release. It was released in July of last year, 2022. Legacy number 758. First cover and full appearance of Ghost Ronin, Samurai of Vengeance. First cover appearance of Rule Japan, Demon variant of Mephisto. Man, beautiful cover. I really love this run's covers for sure. Now he says 45 landed. Jeff, I'm assuming that's what he means. He paid for it.
Yeah, I would say so. I think he lives in Canada too, so I'm not sure if we're gonna have to factor that in. But let's not.
Maybe that's shipping in everything.
That's all in. I think that's all.
Yep, all in. Absolutely. So, all right, Jeff. Here we go.
Go for it.
There's no data of this book having there's no sales data for a graded copy of this book. So I don't know how he purchased this book, but it's not on Go Collect Census, it's not in Cover Price, it's nowhere. Nobody has any data of what this book should be going for graded. Fair market value raw, cover price. Ghost Ronin, Samurai Vengeance. Sounds cool. First cover appearance of Rule Japan, Demon variant of Mephisto. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know if that sounds cool because, I mean, give me Mephisto. I don't know about all these variants. Ghost Ronin, Samurai Vengeance sounds cool though. I'll give you that. All right, Jeff, here goes. Into Oblivion. I love you, man. I love you. Like, you know, you've been a supporter of Comic Book Canon and my channel for a very, very long time. I don't know if you're here tonight, but Jeff, I mean, there's nothing more. I can't really say anything more before I just have to give this a flat out flops.
Do tell.
Okay, and again, I know I think the last one we showed him Into Oblivion, I gave him a flops too, so I feel bad. But you guys know how I am with graded books, especially 9.8s. Now let's factor in what he paid for this book. Say Into Oblivion, paid $4 for this book, cover price $3.99, and he went and spent what, 30 bucks. You know, you got what, $24 plus shipping and taxes and all that to send it to CGC, and say you get a 9.8. He probably paid about what, $10 more than he would doing that. You're not guaranteed a 9.8 if you're sending it in yourself. I get it. Now, I don't know if the only play here, if you're looking at investment or speculation value, is that this Ghost Ronin character, or even this Rule Japan Demon variant of Mephisto, which I doubt. I don't know where this is going. It's probably not going anywhere. Ghost Ronin, whatever. Say they show up in the MCU. Well, you know what's going to happen in this book if there is any inclination that these random characters that I know nothing about are going to show up in the MCU. Guess what people are going to do? They're going to go pay $300 for this book. No. I'm not saying we don't know that, obviously, but look at what happened with Frogman. I mean, come on, guys. Come on, man. So, Into Oblivion, there could be a small percentage of a chance that may happen in this book, Balloons, because people still, even in this current market, can't get outside of their addictive nature and their FOMO. It might be able to be a book that you could sell and make some money on. But right now, I'm going to be honest, guys, I'm not even buying, with everything I got going on in my life, I'm not even buying comics. I take that $45 and put it on some Petro, man. You know, pay a bill, buy my kids some jeans. But there's no way I'm paying $45 for a book that I can walk into any LCS right now. I could go online. I could pay cover price for this book. More, I could probably go into an LCS and find backstock of this book at an A1 sale and get it for like 50% off cover price. There's no way I'm paying $45 for this book. Because let me tell you something, Into Oblivion, if you are watching, this is just me. I don't even want to say it's advice, but this is what I would do. Even if I thought this Ghost Ronin character could show up in the MCU, you know what I would do? I would hunt down my local LCSs. I'm spoiled. I got a lot of them. I got some that have sales a lot. I could buy 10 copies of this book raw. And if it was a sale, I might be able to buy 15 or 20 copies. I would rather, if I was to spend $45 on this book, I would rather buy 10, 15, or 20 copies, however many I can get my hand on, knowing 10 is going to be the minimum. I would rather buy them raw. Because if there is any announcement of these random characters that I know nothing about showing up in the MCU, and there's that 2-week trend of people going crazy out of their minds, spending money because they think they need it, I'm going to make more money off of selling 10 raw for maybe $20 each than I am. Well, again, that's not a guarantee because, like I said, we've seen 9.8s that were selling for $30, $50 before hit $300. But I have more opportunity to maximize my money with 10 raw copies or 15 raw copies than with one graded. And I can do this. I could take half of those, send them into CGC, get them pressed and clean. If they're 9.8 candidates, I can even pay for the 9.8 pre-screen. I don't know. But again, I'm not even doing any of that. I'm taking my money somewhere else.
All right. I got something to say.
Yep.
I got some, because a lot of people are seeing, kind of telling him what to do with the $45, what they would do. And you know what? That's fine. That's great.
I see Jordan.
Yep. Jordan Norrie would get a high-grade Thunderbolts newsstand. Mark Leneker would get a Bronze Age Batman. That's fine. But if Into Oblivion wanted this book, or if Into Oblivion is a risk taker, he likes to roll the dice. If you're paying $45, and this could be Canadian dollars too, which is cheaper than American dollar, which is less, less money. It's a props for me, because if he rolls the dice, there's a bunch of first appearances in this book. He's paying less than $100 for a 9.8 CGC. Go for it. So I say props all day long Into Oblivion for you. Wow. I have no idea. I don't know anything about these characters. Wow. I don't know anything about these characters, but I'm actually sticking up for Into Oblivion with all these people be like, I would have done this, I would have done that. Into Oblivion, I don't think he's on here right now, but honestly, you did it. You pulled the trigger, and I think you're rolling the dice. I also think because you got first appearances, you got a 9.8. Why not? Go for it. Good on you.
I don't know why I came back to the show, Jeff. I don't know.
I'm all about it. But you know who else? We haven't seen this guy for a long time, by the way. Chris.
Yep.
The Todd Father is here.
Stand up.
The Todd Father is here. We're glad to see you. Oh, here's Joe. Joe, we always like your input, obviously. This book is similar to a penny stock. There's such a low chance of it hitting, and even if it does, that doesn't guarantee a big score. I may just hit $100 or something. Got to give it the flop. I thought he was going a different way there. Let me
say, you sure thought he was. He's not agreeing with you, Jeff. No, I'm just kidding. I like that you're focusing on the risk taking. But here's the thing. If we don't
know his intention too, and it'd be good, for future reference for anybody who's going to put a props or flops, and tell us your intention too. That couldn't hurt.
Yeah. If we're talking about risk taking, right? Remember, this segment is about making money. This is the Vegas segment, right? We're gambling. Take $45. I'll make a bet right now. Let's do this. I don't know what I'll bet. I'm going to give away something. I'm going to give away something on the Comic Book Cannon live one day. Take a Silver Age double-digit Amazing Spider-Man book. You could go buy, for $45 right now, you could buy a low mid-grade Amazing Spider-Man 58, 62, something like that for $45. Go take $45 and buy that book, right? Let's wait to see if even there is an announcement for Ghost, Ronin, or whoever. And when it does, percentage-wise, we're going to talk about, well, you're spending the same dollar amount, so percentage and dollar amount would be the same. I guarantee you by the time that happens, you could sell that Amazing Spider-Man book for more money than you can sell this 9.8 Avengers, I don't even know what for. And if I'm wrong, if at any point in time, look, what we'll do is we'll come back on show. I'll pick a random. We can do it on air right now. You want me to do it, Jeff? You want me to pick a random ASM book?
No, let's take a step back. We'll coordinate this. We'll
coordinate that. Okay, good.
Coordinate it.
And we'll pick one book. We'll look at we'll get the grade at $45. We'll notate it. I'll create a spreadsheet. And whenever this book, hey, I'll tell you what, we don't even need to wait for an announcement of these characters. Let's just see if anybody else starts buying this book in a 9.8 a month from now, 2 months from now. And we'll constantly compare it to what that Silver Age, low mid-grade Amazing Spider-Man is doing. And if at any point this book sells for more money, I'm doing a giveaway live on the show.
Fair. Listen, right. Dan De La Torre is in the house. What's up, Dan? Also, Chris, I got it. I mean, the Todd Father did it again. Please do a giveaway for that brown couch. It looks nice, and it would look good in my third-story game room. Oh, the Todd Father. All right, look, that was it was semi-heated, this props or flops, but this has been probably the most fun props or flops we have had. We'll get back to you on that bet. But again, thank you all for submitting one more time. We're going to go over this one more time to remind you guys what it takes to submit for props or flops. Chris, have at it.
Remember, guys, this is all about investing, speculating, flipping comics to make money. Upload that comic. Remember, it could be a stock picture. It could be a picture of the book at the store. Whether you're in the market to buy it or you just purchased it or you have it, upload it to Instagram. Use the hashtag props or flops, but make sure you tag Comic Book Cannon and myself. Tell us why the book interests you. Tell us how much you paid. If you're not willing to give that information, it's going to be harder on us to give it a proper props or flops. Any details matter. All of those details matter, and we will break it down live on our show.
Yep. Again, this was a great one. I also want to give props to Drew. Where is he? Como Comic Books. You're one of the good ones. Good to see you there too, buddy. And Joe, dibs on being the bookie. You got it. Yo, Joe is in the Philly area right now, and he knows dudes that break kneecaps, so he would be a great bookie. All right, here we go. First edition of a segment that we do that you all enjoy because you all love showing off your books. I can't remember what it's called because we haven't done it this year. We haven't done it in a complete, in 2023. Chris, what is it called?
Well, guys, for our first 2023 segment, I'm going to lie because I'm a fake the funk. I am not fresh from the comic shop today.
Yeah, you do need to shower. You do need to shower. Fly from the Preston Salon. That's right. We ask you, the audience, to send in your fresh gets. They could be 2 days old. They could be 30 days old. As long as they are fresh in your collection, we want to see them. Not only that, you can win prizes. That's right. Just by submitting, you can win prizes from the fantastic company called EGS Comics, led by Tony Trombetta. Let me tell you about EGS Comics. Better yet, let's have Chris tell you about EGS Comics.
EGS, man. Tony, big shout out to Tony. It's been a minute. I got to touch base with you, Tony. EGS, guys, save 5% off your order using the code Canon5. Go check out their website. Optional custom labels, free grader's notes, no matter the grade, fast turnaround times, EGScomicsgrading.com. Remember, they have their new proprietary cases. Again, like I say, every show that we do, if it's piquing your interest, if you're not sure, spend $20, $25. Send one book in. Just one book and see for yourself. I promise you it will be worth it. And remember, the custom labels are only an option. You get their standard blue labels if you're all about that. But definitely go check out their website. Use the code 5% off your order.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And by the way, I'm getting off the subject here, but I am going to be sending in my submission this week. That's right.
Oh, nice.
Ava's first comic book. You got the first appearance of Sally Soap Hands there in the top, was it right? And then on the left, you have Line Girl. Also Captain Cold Hands, first appearance of Captain Cold Hands as well. And then my favorite book in my collection. I'm sending this out to Tony Trombetta this week. Finally have my submission sent in. I've been so busy. But anyways, speaking of submissions, we're going to get to yours. But before we do, to be considered to move on to the semifinals, where usually our guest will be picking that, but this week will be Chris and I. We look for 3 criteria, right? It's presentation, how you compose your shot. Give us an artistic shot. Have it relate to the book. Have fun with it outside the box. You know who does a great job with that? Raising Elm Comics does a fantastic job of that. Give us a unique book, something that we may not have heard of before or seen of. It doesn't mean that it has to be $30,000, but something that is unique. Again, a guy like Mark Leneker does a fantastic job with that. And finally, this one goes a long way. Pull at our heartstrings here. Give us a story. What does this book mean to you? Did you lose it in a fire when you were a kid and you reacquired it later down the road? Does this book remind you of your father? Does this book remind you of the friend that got you into comic book collecting? Give us a story. Have it relate to the book. That goes a very, very, very long way. But most of all, have fun with this. Have fun. All right. Speaking of which, we are going to have fun. But before we do, we have an announcement to make, guys. We have an announcement because we have our December winner. It was Nori Jordan versus C to the G and Chris.
Yep. I don't know who won.
Whew, this one was it's literally as close as you can be. 51% C to the G to Nori Jordan's 49%. Very close. Very close. But again, the winner for our December EGS slab is C to the G. C to the G. Make sure you hit us up on the Instagram DMs to give us your address. Tony will be sending you that beautiful December slab. And finally, we got, who's ready for the reveal for our January slab? Chris, you don't even know what it is. Tony texted me today. You don't know what it is, but now's the time I'm going to tell you. That's right.
Oh,
it is Amazing Spider-Man #7, the Tyler Kirkham homage, the ASM 300 homage. That thing is beautiful with that new suit and the new front. So I'm digging that. Good job there.
Jeff.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man. I mean, you upset me during props or flops. I'm leaving the canon because I need to submit to win that.
Oh wow. Okay, so there you go.
Yep.
You have it. Joe, are you available tonight?
I need
Chris,
it.
Leaving the canon. By the way, people are really wondering if that's really Tom McFarlane. It is really Tom McFarlane in our chat here, everybody. So, anyways, all right, let's just get started here. By the way, okay, yeah, so we were off last week, but we did take a winner from last week. Our first winner for January, or our first semifinalist, not winner. Our first semifinalist from January was Son of Comics.
Nice.
He said, "Here's my last picture for 2022. I would like to say it's been a blast, and thank you to all my followers. I hope that I have entertained you with my collection as much as you have entertained me with yours. I hope that 2023 is a better year than 2022, and if not, who cares? Because we're all collectors until the end. Good night, and Happy New Year to you all." So he submitted that during the submission process for January, or when we closed out our December. No, Joe, you would be actually the new co-host of Comic Book Canon, just letting you know. Because Chris wants that book. Then you come back next month. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, moving on. We got our first submission. Oh no, what is going on here? I'm really upset. Where's Raising Elm? I was talking so much great things about Raising Elm. And this is all messed up, guys. Okay, we're gonna move on to don't know what's going on. All right, Neighbor of the North. My shelf is coming along nicely with the addition of these two figurines to pair with two beautiful books. Yes, full protection was used for the books, Mylar, fullback, and one touch for UV protection. So looking good right there with the Dragon Ball Z. I like this. This is pretty creative there.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about with that.
My son would like that one.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Into Oblivion. Yo, this is all messed up, and I don't know why. But let's just take a look at Into Oblivion, and hopefully I can.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's nice.
Is that the facsimile?
Here it is. Yep. Into Oblivion, Mail Call Part 2. He had another one of these as well. Funko Batman #1 Pop. Comic cover figure #2. I'm loving these comic cover Funko Pop displays. I'll never own these Grail books, but it's awesome to have these displays. Hey, never say never. Am I right, Chris? Never say never. All right. Chris.
The great words of Faisal.
Yeah. Never say never.
Say never. Right. Yeah.
Well done. Well done. Moving on though. Let's see what you got, Chris. Your first fresh get of the
All right, guys. I'm lying. I'm faking the funk, and I can't even faking it. So I'm gonna show off. Well, actually, you know what? I don't even know when this came, but I thought this was awesome. My son collects Power Ranger books, but I love Jenny Frison variants, and bam, Pink Ranger Jenny Frison.
Look at that thing.
Issue 102. I do believe they're connecting covers, but yeah, usually I give them to my son, but I said, "Oh, I'm keeping this."
Yeah, that is.
I bought him cover
How
A.
clean that is, man. I'm not even a Power Rangers fan, but that thing it's just gorgeous.
Yeah,
good work, Christopher. Good work. Even if you are faking, it's a nice book. All right, while you're showing that book, I got Raising Elm up here. Happy New Year to my comic book family. We hope that your 2023 is full of love, joy, and hope. My first submission for the Comic Book Canon this year is an amazing gift that my beautiful wife got me for Christmas. I'm so thrilled to have a copy of this official CGC guide to grading comics. Did anyone else get a copy yet? Also, does anyone else have Christmas bears for each member of the family that sit under the Christmas tree? Again, best wishes to you all. Let's address that last question. Do any of you guys have Christmas bears that sit underneath the Christmas tree for each member of the family? I'm Jewish. I celebrate Christmas with my daughter. That doesn't happen in our situation. Chris, how about you?
No.
Yeah. Let's let us know what you guys have going on as well. But
it's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. Maybe I'll just take that. My daughter would love having another stuffy to add to her thousands of other stuffies that she has. Arana Escarlata. We haven't had a submission from them lately. Here's my favorite Kane cover from Mark Bagley. I love that cover, and I love how he has it posted up against that Legends figure of the Scarlet Spider. Pretty sweet indeed. Funny that you mentioned that, Planet Arizona. Yeah, I'm Jewish. My daughter's mother she celebrates Christmas, and my daughter her birthday was yesterday. So we're talking like 4 weeks of just nonstop gifts. insanity. So, anyways, thank you for sharing that, and I hope you appreciate my story as well. Next up, we got E. Marvell. E. Marvell loves his Strange Academy. There it is. Strange Academy Finals, number 3. So mad to see this team leaving this run, but we still got issue 3 of the. We still got 3 issues of the first round coming, so I know it's going to be big. That's right, Scotty. Scotty Young is leaving the series that he helped create. People are speculating that he may be moving on to Disney Plus for a Strange Academy show. That's not all rumors here, but that show would do gangbusters. You got young magicians teaming up with Wong and maybe Strange and integrating them into the MCU. These new young characters. That's what Marvel's looking for. All right, guys, I got my first fresh get of the week here. I finally had time to have some fun and go digging through some long boxes. And I think Chris, I want to impress you guys, but I really want to impress Chris. So we're going to go with Astonishing Tales number 26. I got this at a half off sale. Again, Astonishing Tales number 26. The second appearance of Deathlock. Listed at $7. Actually, Joe, I think will be impressed. I hope so. Listed at $7.
Wow.
I got it for $3.50.
That's the props right there.
Wasn't asking, but I appreciate you telling. I mean, seriously, I was very happy to find that. I found some very
awesome. Yep.
This could be my most eclectic and wide variety in terms of fresh from the comic shop.
Yeah,
I've ever participated in.
I'm excited.
Moving on. Who do we have? We have Mark Leneker. We got Mark Leneker. What's happening, hot stuff? Mark Leneker, I really do like the stuff he brings. Usually it's older books, but this is cool nonetheless. Captain America 168 and 275 from 1973 and 1982, respectively. First element Zemo, and first element is Baron Zemo too. I'm sure the MCU is not done with Daniel Bruhl, but who has done well in this role. Happy 50th anniversary to this enduring Marvel supervillain. They're not done with him. Daniel Bruhl, I mean, I don't know. He's got to be incorporated into the Thunderbolts. Am I right? Nori Jordan, tell us what you think.
Some way.
Yeah, tell us what you think. I'm quite sure that that's going to be the case. Chris, what is your second fresh get of the week?
All right, guys. There's been some talk. I don't buy into it, but I'm just saying, why not? That Nova might show up in the Marvels. I mean, hey, it could happen. I don't know. So I recently just picked up a collection with a full run of Nova Volume 1. I already own a full run. If anybody is interested in a full run of Nova, let me know. But I just shown off one of the issues. This is number 12. High grade, too. The whole run is high grade. This is featuring Spider-Man. So who knows? Maybe we'll see Double R team up with Double P, Tom Holland in the MCU.
Mm-hmm. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. Who knows what we're going to get from... Actually, Feige did say we're going to get both Novas.
Both of them. Yep.
So I'd be happy with that. I'd be very happy with that. I'm also happy with this next submission. That's like a segue right there. I don't know what it is. I have to look at my list, but I'm probably going to, it's Raw Dog. Of course I am. We got Raw Dog from St. Louis, Raw Dog Comics. If Batman wasn't such a freaking badass, I wouldn't have to buy all these comics fresh from the comic shop. We're so glad Comic Book Canon is back for 2023. Thank you very much for that. We are blessed to be part of such a wonderful comic book community. Happy New Year. Remember to collect what you love. Look at this stash of Batman books. Batman goodness. Yo, I want to start reading that Chip Zdarsky run. Y'all let us know how you feel about it in the comments. Chip Zdarsky is awesome. I also want to continue to read that Daredevil. But from what I've read on that the previous volume, it's been really, really good.
My son
I'm gonna go with my second.
My son just finished that one and said it was like the best Daredevil he's ever read.
Yeah, it's really good. The art's incredible too. I can't remember who the artist is on that, but all right, I'm gonna go with my second fresh get of the week. Again, I can't remember how much I got this for. Oh no, I got this for $2 up in Vermont, I do believe. $2 for this one. This is Alpha Flight number 51, mind you, newsstand. Nice. Chris, you know what's up with this?
First Jim Lee.
First Jim Lee Marvel work, people.
Yep.
$2 I got it for. It's in pretty good condition. And again, it's a newsstand. So I was happy with that find right there.
That is dope. Props.
Happy with that find. No, there we go. I'm getting props all around. Next up, we have. Who do we have? I'm sorry, guys. This is a mess. Oh, Marvel Man 616. What do we got? Howard the Duck. First appearance of Gwenpool. This is the second print. I like this book, guys. If you can find those out there, I do like Gwenpool. I think she's right now. Is it fair to call her a niche character, Chris?
Yeah, why not?
She's a fun character. If she could easily make her way into some wacky cartoon, no doubt about that. So keep an eye out for that. Again, this is the second print, but first print does have Howard the Duck on the cover. She's in the first 3 issues as backup stories, so check it out. It is worth it. Good friend of the show, 360 Comics. That's right, Joe. Low grade is better than no grade. Guys, he has patented that. Do not take that away from him, okay? Low grade is better than no grade. The awesome Gorilla cover by Shelley Moldoff is what drew me to pick up Flash Comics number 11 from 1940 today from B&W Comics OC. Apparently, this book was part of a collection that survived both a flood and a house fire. Hence that beautiful wear and tear. Nothing beats a comic with character and history. I can't agree with you more, Joe. This is a great looking book. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. So that's a nice find there, man. Absolutely. Chris, give us your third fresh scout of the week, would you?
All right, guys. From as recent as I could get, collection that I picked up, some Silver Age Justice League. There we go.
What do we got? This
is issue number 32. So yeah, pretty early. It's got date stamps right there, October 22nd. The only any type of thing on a comic book cover that I actually like are date stamps. Anything else gives me irks me. Man,
that's a beautiful looking book, Chris.
Yeah, and again, it's really, I mean, it needs a press, but even as it is right now, I'm saying this book is a very fine. This collection that I picked up, a lot of high grade stuff. So I forgot to mention that. That's what makes this even awesomer, is because it is such a high grade book.
Nice. I do like that. That's a good pickup there for sure. All right, we got some more good pickups here. Nori Jordan never disappoints. The past couple weeks has provided me with some really great deals. I am continuing my push for Thunderbolts books, but since I have only a few to get, I am focusing on my other passion, which is Daredevil. I could easily fit my 55 book lot of amazing volume 2, 3, and 4 books that were all new mint, and only cost $68 in a pick. So let's show off some other editions. Wow, it's bragging. I'm at the point to read the Shadowland series and picked up some great books to get me started. I also found some Black Panther books featuring Lady Bullseye in a sporting goods store of all places. That's strange. Take care, everyone, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, too, as well, Nori Jordan. I got to say, the Shadowlands really, I didn't enjoy it that much. But, again, to each his own. Let us know what you think when you do read them. 630 Collectibles. I bought a comic book. I bought this comic book because the cover is fucking cool. So fucking cool that I would consider it one of my favorites. Here's my first Fresh from the Comic Shop submission of 2023. I love it. From 630 Collectibles. The reason I yelled is because I have socks. I got socks as a gift that have the Hulk from that cover on the sock.
Nice.
So awesome. And I forgot to bring it downstairs. Apologies there, but that is a great pickup right there. And I'm going to give you my my third fresh get of the week. This one, again, half price sale. This is an unusual one, Chris. I don't think I have ever brought a Golden Age book to the show. But this one's cool. It is Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 42 for $15. So I got it for $7.50. Now, there's historical significance to this, and that is the first unofficial appearance of Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, in a DC book.
Sick.
For $7.50. I was very happy with that.
That's the same half off sale?
Yep. Yeah.
Props.
I know. I got 3 props from Chris. Chris is always supportive and never really that critical, but I really do. I think you're genuine there. I do think you're genuine. I don't know what we're gonna do here. We gotta pick a semifinalist here.
Yeah, I know. You know who I want.
I don't know who you want actually.
Yeah.
Why don't you DM it to me? How about you DM?
I got 2. I wrote 2 down, but I'm leaning towards one.
One really impressed, and I'm not sure if he's eligible. I can't remember. But I have 2. I have 2.
Okay.
You ready?
All right.
I'll go first with Neighbor to the North. I really like this.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? He was my 3rd, but I crossed him out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Timeout. Josh had a book. Let me check it. Chris, you talk to me.
You go check that book out. I'm going to actually step out for about 20 seconds while you check that book out. How about that?
Oh, no. Don't leave me. Come on.
Hold on. 1 second.
Is this? Yep, here it is. Wow, this is a good one too. Holy cow. This is first silver appearance of the Penguin. Another huge grail acquired from my Rogue Gallery. First appearances. Definitely on the low grade side, but extremely happy to have it. It's in the 2.0 to 3.0 range and looking forward to getting it graded. This is from Josh's Comics 01. That is a good get right there, man. This deserves some love right here. Guys, if we don't see your submission, please let us know, just as Josh did as well. Tishu, you had a book as well. I am so sorry. Again, these hashtags can get tricky at times. We do our best to see to go back and see if we've missed anything. Is this it? The last thing I see posted from you, Tishu, was from November 12th. So that would not make it eligible. So anyways, good work there, Josh. My other one was, again, I'm not sure if it was eligible, but Joe's book here, man, Jesus, this Flash, what is it? Flash 11.
Yep.
Again, low grade is better than no grade. This awesome gorilla cover by Shelley Molov is what drew me to pick up Flash Comics number 11 for today from B&W Comics OC. Apparently, this book was part of a collection that survived both a flood and a house fire. Hence that beautiful wear and tear. Nothing beats a comic with character and history. And I cannot remember. Joe says he's not eligible, Chris. So.
Oh, man, because I had him down. So you want to know what my other one was?
Yeah.
Into Oblivion. I don't know what it is. I like the setup. I like the little Christmas tree. But something with the classic Batman pop with even though it's a facsimile, it just, I don't know. It just really kind of spoke to me.
All right. So we're going to need somebody to do the tiebreaker. I'm not sure if Dan De La Torre is here. Great. If not, we're going to have Joe. It's going to be between Neighbor to the North and Into Oblivion. Here's Into Oblivion. Here's Neighbor to the North. Into Oblivion, Neighbor to the North. Yeah. Oh, Dan, give us the goods, buddy. Give us the goods. He's here. Let's see. While Dan's deciding, I do have to address one thing. Josh, you posted it a few hours ago. That's what it was, guys. Books are due in by 5 p.m. on Sundays, 5 p.m. Eastern time on Sundays. This book will be eligible for next week, Josh. So promise you, we'll get it up there again. So it's kind of like a preview for next week. You may have the first post. I don't know. I don't know where we're at. We have a winner, though, that's going to be moving on. It's Dragon Ball Z, Neighbor to the North. You'll be going up against Son of Comics for that first final spot of January. Fantastic, man. You know what else is fantastic? This first episode of 2023. It's been outstanding. Chris, we talk quite a bit, but there are so many people in this community that care quite a bit about you. And, we're not going to get into much here, but I think that you're loved, and people were asking me, hit me up, what's what. And I was very proud and honored to be able to tell them he's okay. He's going to be okay. And I think I've expressed to you, and I think the outpouring of love and everybody that was concerned about you. So I myself, for selfish reasons, am happy you're here tonight. Back on the Cannon. We're back at it on a Monday night. Look at this crew. We got like 35 people tonight with us, so very happy with that. Chris, what are your words for this first episode of 2023?
I am grateful. So thank you, Jeff. I'm grateful for you and your support, and for holding it down. Joe, appreciate you too, man. Thank you for actually, Joe, if you're still here, I know you had hit me up again and I never responded, but checking in on me. So again, thank you for holding it down here on the Cannon, and to all of you, man. Just going through what I've been going through, knowing that this community is here means a lot. And it's funny too, because before all this, I had a crazy, since August, man, there was a lot of drama in this community and with my YouTube, and my channel was going through a lot of stuff over dumb stuff. You guys, most of you know probably what I'm talking about. And I was really deflated. I couldn't believe what was going on, why it was going on, how grown individuals act. And I was at a point where I thought, I'm done doing this. This is just whatever. And then real life hits me. And then so many of you show me that this really is a community that is so much more than just words on a screen. And I am grateful. And I appreciate you all. So I'm glad to have been back here. I'm not going to lie. I was sluggish to come on, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I pushed myself. And till next week.
Yeah, man. This is just the first episode of many of 2023. Can't believe, Chris, this is our third year. This is our third year.
Calendar year? This is our fourth calendar year.
No.
Because we started in 2020, 2021, 22, 2023. We're almost at our 3-year anniversary.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's our fourth calendar year doing
Oh my God, that's crazy, dude.
I know it is.
It's crazy. And I'm very grateful for you, Chris. I'm very grateful for this community. I'm happy to, continue doing this and just have a good time with all you people. Again, guys, we are live every Monday now. Monday's our day, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Again, super happy to be here. Until next week, y'all, be good to yourself, be good to others. Peace.